National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers led out by their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. He was in Cleveland and Carolina, and then with the Rams. But now year two, and it feels like he's found a home. Greg here with the Buccaneers.
One thing about this guy is he epitomizes the word resiliency. After a promising start to his NFL career, he hit a major wall. I mean, he was essentially, Mike, discarded by the entire league to the point where many felt he was destined to just be a career backup. However, once he got that second chance, he took it and ran with it. Now that his career is back on track, he's tasked with leading this team to many more victories. And if he plays up to that standard, he's going to give him a legitimate shot.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They send Evans in motion. Second down throw from Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second down and 8. They'll run with the third-year man. It's Rachaad White. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
They'll try to run for it. Here's White. 17 yards, the gain there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
First and 10. On first down, right back to White. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And third down coming up.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll run with White. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll find Aguilar, complete. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He gets that to the veteran, Aguilar. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Aguilar goes off in motion. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. Like, I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
It's the tight end, Likely, in motion. 1st and goal, and it's Henry. A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal. Bateman is the motion man. Now Jackson, this a designed run. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. And he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Buccaneers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Down the field, it's Evans. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
A short one there to Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. them up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he's got Homer. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. That is brought in at the 10. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
To throw is Mayfield. That one taken in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Taking off. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Here's a 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. The pressure too much, and he goes down. It is Logan Hall fighting his way in to bring his man down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is You have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Jackson now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
This returnable with Palmer. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. They'll set up the screen to White. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Finding room across midfield. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
They call this the alley. So it's the area between the hash marks and the numbers. And depending on what defense they're in, there is a lot of space to be had down those seams. So if this defense doesn't make a couple of adjustments, I wouldn't expect this offense to target any other place on this field.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one caught left side by Evans. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send Godwin in motion. Here's Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Mayfield. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Justice Hill to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The veteran Mike Evans, he's heading back out onto the field with the rest of the Tampa Bay offense. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start. And you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Baker. Going up top for Evans. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of...
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
We are through one. 17-7 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. On fourth down, on comes Jake Camarda to punt for Tampa Bay. Deep for the Ravens, it's Deontay Hardy. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Now Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback. And then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Third and short, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. On the move, past the 40. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Second and a yard. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson. He'll take off again. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
On On the handoff, it's Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the option, they give it to Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens start back within a score. It's now 17-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense, running back Rashad White, ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Here comes Otten in motion. They go play action with Mayfield. Right back to Evans. He's got it again.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second down throw for Mayfield. The throw on the run is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
One of the tight ends in motion right. On second down, Baker. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers move out to a 24-10 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 1st and 10, Jackson to the tight end Likely. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Levante David doing his work on defense. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Aguilar goes off in motion. On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Off the play fake, Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
There is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down. Second and 7. Baker to throw. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield. A throw on the move is caught. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. It is brought in the end zone. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now on 2nd down. He runs with it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat. But I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now to throw on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Here now, 3rd and 5. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans getting set for this drive. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bucs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. This one complete to Bateman.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
2nd down, Jackson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
This is a great example of the game within the game. You're going to hear the offensive line and the quarterback. They're making what they call a Mike declaration. It's not so much that that's who they're responsible for, but it sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. But in this case, the Mike was the one who came, so clearly either the running back missed his call or the offensive line didn't do their job, because either way, somebody has to have him accounted for, and instead, they take the sack.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Ravens will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Irving now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. This one caught left side by Evans.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Man in motion, heading left. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. The throw on the run is complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught. He got Godwin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Baker going to hand it to White. And the Buccaneers are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. That's hauled in at the 2. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually,
powering forward. He's in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
First down run here by Henry, and he signed with the Ravens this offseason. And you think back to that run he had with the Titans, Mike, over the last 6 seasons, over 8,200 yards, 80 touchdowns. I mean, one of the most productive backs we've seen in a long time. Now it's kind of scary to think he gets to join Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore backfield. They hope the two of them can be that combo to finally get this Baltimore team over the hump.
Aguilar able to make the catch. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll motion over Flowers. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll take this down to about the 7.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll run again. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Henry tries to pull his way in. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And this time, he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
There is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now an opening past the 30. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On first down is Mayfield. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On second down, Baker. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
Here comes Otten in motion. On first and 10, here's Baker. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
They send Godwin in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now he'll try to keep it going. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Now it's White, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9. They send Godwin in motion. To throw is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, 3 to go. Here comes Otten in motion. Baker to throw. Get this complete, right side to Otten. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. It's the tight end Likely in motion. 2nd down. Jackson to the tight end Likely. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll run here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
In motion comes Andrews. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And he will score! Game on! Zay Flowers! Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing Jackson. That's caught. So they get the two-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Throwing is Baker. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll run out of the gun. This is White. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up fourth down.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple. They send Godwin in motion. On fourth down, Mayfield. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that be a bit of a letdown. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Mayfield to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They send Godwin in motion. Second down throw for Mayfield. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 2nd and 2. Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll stick to the ground. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The tackle made
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
It's the tight end likely in motion. 3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Jamel Dean that time. All over him in coverage.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A give, and here's White. And a nice run. He's got a 1st down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
On 1st down, right back to White. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with White. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and 5. Now Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
On 1st down is Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to White. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Here comes Hill on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
And now, after the pick 6, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. That'll be caught, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. Ho-ho! Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. In motion comes Andrews. A 1st down throw for Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down and 3. From the gun, Jackson. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Jackson gonna keep it himself. He's going nowhere. Gonna lose yardage on that play.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Baker gonna hand it to White. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll go again with White. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's White. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.